Dear friends, Namaste. This is RAMNEEK WIG from Las Vegas, United States of America. Friends, today I'm here for a workshop on the miracles of Pranayama and food therapy, and here I'm at the poolside area of my hotel called Paris. It's a wonderful place and a wonderful city to be in. So friends, today I shall be sharing my story with you. The title of the story is Win Over Cancer with the Help of Pranayama and Food Therapy. Now friends, when I was just 25 years of age, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, a cancer of the limbs. According to the doctors at that time, the cure rate was a good 90% because it was stage 2B of cancer. So it all started on with a biopsy which was just done below my neck region right here, from where they took out the lymph node, and CT scans were done which showed that it was stage 2 cancer. Now, I was in Delhi at that time and I was given 6 cycles of chemotherapy regimen ABVD at Apollo Hospital, New Delhi, and that lasted for 6 months. Now, the shock of cancer was great to me because I was a lawyer by profession then, and I had never heard of anyone in my friends or my family getting cancer. So cancer was really shocking to me. So the initial the way I took it was really, I was very negative about the whole thing. I was thinking, why did this happen to me? Why had God done this to me? And it was really bad. So the initial 6 months I had my chemotherapies done at Apollo Hospital, New Delhi. And once the chemotherapies were done with, I got my CT scan done, and the scan showed that the cancer was not there. So that was a very good sign. The scan showed that there was no cancer present in the body now. So I was really happy about the whole thing and very elated. I again got back to my law practice as usual at Delhi. The next couple of months, 2 months were fine, but around the 3rd month I again started having a swelling just below my neck right here and underneath the armpit. So things started again worsening for me. I again went back to my oncologist at New Delhi, and the doctor said we need to get a scan done. Now once the scan was done, the scan showed that the cancer had come back, and this time it was very aggressive. That means it had moved down from the throat region and the chest region, and also down to the abdominal region. So the cancer was spreading like wildfire. It was going very fast. Now the doctors got really concerned. They said that they could just probably control the disease but not cure the disease. So they told me that, well, you need to get a bone marrow transplant, and that would be the only cure of the disease right now. So I, along with my parents, we decided to go to the United States for a bone marrow transplant. Now the bone marrow transplant was to be done at the US. That's what we decided on. So the next couple of days we got our visas done of the US, and then we finally took a flight, Cathay Pacific, via Hong Kong to the United States. Now, coming to the United States, my aunt, who is a citizen of the US, she had already prepared a meeting of us with the doctor over here. The doctor was at UCI Medical Center, that is University of California Medical Center, Los Angeles. So we went to the doctor the next day at UCI Medical Center, and Dr. Winston Ho, he was the director of the transplant department then, I still remember that. So the doctor saw all my scans done, and he said, yes, you're a fit case for a bone marrow transplant. The next day he explained to us the procedure of the transplant, that what was this transplant all about. And the procedure said that the transplant would be that they would be inserting a catheter just below my neck region right here, and after that they would be giving me 7 days and 7 nights of continuous chemotherapy. That would be 24 hours, the entire day and entire night, and then the 8th day would be the rest day. The 9th day they would reinsert the bone marrow back into me, and then probably on the 15th day the new marrow would start working. So that was the procedure of the transplant according to the doctors in the US. So we did exactly as told by the doctors, though the The first few days were quite stressing onto me and my parents because they were kind of a little scared about the whole procedure, because the doctor had told them that there's a small mortality rate attached to the transplant. They said there's about a 5% mortality rate attached to the transplant. So my parents were very concerned. They took me to mall, to beaches, because they were kind of very unsure about the whole thing. They were quite stressed because they didn't want to lose me at any cost. Even a 5% mortality rate was very dangerous for them. But anyhow, as told by the doctors, I was admitted to the hospital the very next day at this UCI medical center, and they did exactly as they had told me. They inserted a catheter to me just below my neck region right here, and then they started on with those chemotherapies. The chemotherapies were day in and day out. They were 7 days and 7 nights of chemotherapy, what I got at UCI Medical Center. The 8th day was the rest day, and the 9th day they reinserted the processed bone marrow back into me. So that was a procedure. On the 15th day, the bone marrow started working, and my father was very glad to see my blood counts going up as the bone marrow had started working on the 15th day. So we were really happy, and as the bone marrow started working. In all, we were in the hospital for about 21 days for the transplant. After 21 days, the doctor relieved me. He said the new bone marrow is working, and Mr. Wig, you got a new life now, so you can rest at your aunt's place, and after 1 month report back to us for radiotherapy. Now the 1 month after the transplant was kind of a little bit stressing for me because of I was very weak at that time. But anyhow, I was resting at that time, and after 1 month I got back to the UCI Medical Center and for 1 month radiotherapy. Thereafter, as earlier decided, I was given 1 month of radiotherapy in the United States. Once the radiotherapy was done with, the doctor got all my scans done, and he was very positive. The scan showed there was no cancer present in me, and it was really exciting for me. It was such a good feeling that I had got a new life and there was no cancer present in me now. So the doctor congratulated me and told me that, Mr. Wei, you can go back to your country and you're cancer free now. So friends, coming down back to India, it was great. I had a great feeling coming down back to India. I again joined my law practice as I came down back to India. Now 2001 and 2 were good with me, but at about 2003, end of 2003, there was this scar region. Friends, remember I did tell you that I had my biopsy way back in 1998. So the scar was still left behind over here. The scar was left behind here. So what happened from this particular region, what happened is that there was some pus started coming out from this region. Some pus, mucus discharge started coming out from this region. And I got concerned that, doctor, why is this pus coming out? The doctor told me that, Mr. Wig, this is just a general infection, so I just need to get a bandage on and everything would be fine. So the doctor tied a bandage on here and he left me. So coming down back to my home, the pus started coming out more and more as the days progressed. I again went back to the doctor and I told him, the doctor, what's happening with me? This pus is increasing as the days are progressing. The doctor said, Mr. Wig, nothing to get worried about, but he thought that probably I've got tuberculosis, so he put me down onto anti-tubercular treatment. But this is where the doctors went wrong in India. I did not have tuberculosis. So as they put me onto anti-tubercular treatment, my position started worsening as the days progressed. What happened is that the pus started coming more and more. Earlier it was just a few spoons, but now about half a glass of pus started coming out from here. And this collarbone over here, well, you can see it right here, this broke down. The entire collarbone over here broke down, and the U channel came up from ear to ear. A big channel right from just below the neck region to below the armpit. A big channel like thing came up, a tunnel. It came so bad that you could put in a cell phone, a small cell phone, like a small cell phone from here, and take it out from here. The entire channel like thing came up. I couldn't even wear a vest. I couldn't even wear a t-shirt. It was really bad. Pus was oozing out again and again from here. Situation was rather worsening as the days were progressing. So this was really bad. But anyhow, the doctors finally in India, they gave up. They said, Mr. Wig, I think we've gone wrong. It is cancer which came back, and we thought that it is tuberculosis, and this seems to be the last stage of cancer. And the maximum life, Mr. Wig, what you've got is now is about just about a month to go, and that's all about it. my parents, my mom started crying. She didn't want to lose me at any cost. I was just like 30 at that time, so she didn't want to lose me at any cost. And my father, he also started crying. So it was rather a very sad atmosphere at my home. But anyhow, I told my parents that Papa, Mama, I want to live. I want to live a full life. I'm not going to die like this. So I was very positive. I thought that even if one person in this world could survive of cancer, I'm going to be that first one. And if no one can survive, I'm going to be the first person to win over cancer. So friends, I decided and I told my parents, I requested them that I would again like to go to the United States for the treatment. So friends, this time my parents said, definitely again, we'll do anything for you, son. So we took a first class airfare ticket and went to and planned to go to the United States. So friends, we took a ticket of Cathay Pacific again, and this flight was via Hong Kong to the US. So friends, here I'd like to tell you one thing, that the doctor had told me in India that, friend, that Ramneek, you just have 1 month to go and you can click a photograph of yours for the chotha, for the last ritual rites, which would be performed after 1 month when you're not here. But anyhow, friend, I had a great positive attitude towards life and had full faith in God. I thought, I'm going to make it, I'm going to live. I'm going to be positive and I'm going to win over cancer. So friends, as we took the flight to the United States, we had a one-night stopover in Hong Kong. And I still remember I told my dad, Papa, I want to go to the beach. My father said, well, what's happening with you? You have got all these bandages across here and you got all this, so many bottles tied onto you, and you got this clam stand next to you. How do you want to go to the beach? And doctors are not giving you much time to live, son. Just be at the hotel. But I said, no, Papa, I want to go to the beach. So my father, I still remember that day, my father took me with the chair, with all those clam stands along with me, and with all those bottles of antibiotics onto me, and we went to the Hong Kong Repulsive Bay Beach. So we went to the beach, and the beach was nice, fascinating, but I wanted to live, and I was sure. I had a great time at the beach. I was very positive, and I thought, yes, I'm going to win over cancer. But anyhow, so the next day we landed up at the United States of America at Los Angeles, and my aunt, so sweet, she was there at the airport to receive me. As I was there at the airport, my aunt drove me down directly from the airport to USC Medical Center, because this time we decided to zero on USC Medical Center, that was University of Southern California Medical Center, Los Angeles. So my aunt drove me down to the center, and as I reached the center, the doctor was quite surprised to see me. He said, Mr. Wig, you seem to be in your last stage of cancer, and the maximum time you got to live is about 1 month. I don't know how come you're here. I said, Doc, I'm here and I want to live, and I know with God's help I'm going to make it, I'm going to live. The doctor was quite surprised with my attitude. Anyhow, he put me into the hospital the very same day, and he said, yes, we're going to start on with chemotherapies onto you, and this is going to be research treatment. But the doctor was very sure, and he reiterated it again, that Mr. Wig, even if this treatment works onto you, the maximum life you got to live is 6 months. So the maximum life this treatment can give you is 6 months and not more than that. And that is all what we can do about for you. So I said, well, Doc, even if I get 6 months, that's fine with me, but put me onto treatment. So the doctor again said the cure rate is not even 1%. All what this treatment can give you is 6 months of life and not more than that. And the cure rate is not even 1%. Anyhow, I got down to the treatment, and the doctor put me onto treatment. They also put me a wound vac machine onto me like this. This was a big machine which used to work 24 hours, and it used to shed out the toxins from the body. They put a wound vac machine right here onto me, and they also started on with the treatment. This treatment was on the first day, the third day, the seventh day. This was on the research treatment. So anyhow, as they put me onto treatment, as the days progressed, I could feel better and better. With each passing day, I could feel better. I was in the hospital for about 2 months, and in that 2 months, my diet improved and I could feel much better. It seemed that I was doing good. Anyhow, after that 2 months of treatment, the doctor said that, Mr. Wig, now you can go back to India, but we're not going to get any scans done right now. We've tried to kill down the cancer cells, but there is no point exposing your body to radiations, and we're not going to go for any scan, because according to us, the cancer would definitely come back within the next 6 months, and the cure rate is not even 1%. So friends, coming down back to India now in the year 2004, I decided to do something different with my life. I decided that, well, I'm going to leave law now and do something different. Now friends, here I would like to say one thing, that when I used to do law, I was quite fond of yoga and naturopathy. And it was just as a matter of chance that along with my law, I had done a year course in yoga and naturopathy, and the name of the course was Diploma in Yoga and Naturopathy. Now I had done this course at Lal Bahadur Shastri Sanskrit University at New Delhi, and I had come first in the university. They had also given me a gold medal in this course, so that was a good thing that I had done this course. So friends, I decided to make a set of pranayamas for myself and be very cautious of my eating habits. That's what made all the difference. So the pranayama and the eating habits made all the difference. I made a set of 15 pranayamas for myself and started practicing them day in and day out. I used to do 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour at night. And I also started increasing my antioxidant intake. I started getting very, very cautious of my eating habits. So as the days progressed, I could feel that yes, I'm doing good, and the energy levels were going up. Soon time passed by, and after about 6 months, I went back to the doctor in the US, and the doctor was quite surprised to see me. He said, "Mr. Wig, you're still there?" I said, "Yes, doc, I'm there in front of you." The doc got all the scans done, and according to the scan, the cancer had not come. It was 6 months and the cancer had not come. And even another very good thing I must tell you, friends, that he did my lung functioning test, and he said that when you left from the United States, your right lung was just working 20% because of the fibroids. But now your both lungs are working 100%, and that is really awesome. I said, "Doctor, it's all because of pranayama and food therapy and God's grace that I'm doing good." The doctor congratulated me and said that, "Mr. Wig, okay, fine, if you're still there, you get back to me after 6 months," because the doctors were not aware of the healing powers of pranayama. He was not at all aware what pranayama was all about. So friends, I came down back to India and did my same pranayama as I used to do earlier, and I again reported back to the doctor after 6 months, and the cancer was not there again. The doctor again congratulated me, saying, "Mr. Wig, the cancer is again not there." So this way I kept on going to the doctor for about 8 to 10 years, and the cancer never came back. And friends, this is all because of pranayama and food therapy and God's grace that the cancer never came back. And now, friends, it's over 11 years. The cancer never came back. And friends, this is all because of the healing powers of pranayama and food therapy. So pranayama and food therapy helped me to win over cancer. And friends, I must tell you now that friends, I want to help other people suffering from disease. I want to help other people with pranayama and food therapy. Now friends, I take a lot of courses on pranayama and food therapy at my centers at New Delhi. I have a center in GK1 and a center in GK2, and I also take these courses over the internet Skype. So friends, if you're not living in New Delhi, you can take these courses over the internet Skype. I have patients from all across the world, and they take these courses through internet Skype. Now, there are many courses on pranayama and food therapy, and the ones what I take are, one is basic course on pranayama, the second is basic course on pranayama and food therapy, the third is advanced course on pranayama, the fourth is basic course on meditation, fifth is disease-specific course on pranayama, and sixth is disease-specific course on pranayama and food therapy. So friends, a disease-specific course on pranayama and food therapy would be a great course for you if you're suffering from cancer or any degenerative ailment. Pranayama and food therapy is helpful in the treatment of several degenerative ailments such as cancer, diabetes, heart problem, high blood pressure, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, liver disorders, thyroid disorders, skin disorders, high blood pressure, arthritis, and many others. So friend, if you're suffering from any disease, you can get in touch with me and you can take these personalized courses over the Skype, internet, or you can directly come to my center. Now, these courses, most of these courses are either of 5 classes or 7 classes, and the duration of each class is 45 minutes. So friends, you're most welcome to contact me directly for any of these courses. Friends, my personal cell number is +91 9810178140, and my email ID is yogaenjoyment@gmail.com, and my website is www.ramneekwig.com. Friends, I also have over 300 videos on YouTube, so you can check them out also. My YouTube address is youtube.com/yoga guru RAMNEEK WIG. And I have a page on Facebook. You might like to see that also. My Facebook page address is facebook.com/the miracles of Pranayama. Friends, here I also would like to tell you that I have written over 13 books on pranayama and food therapy, so you can get these books also from my website. My website is www.ramneekwig.com. And friends, another thing, I also do take personalized workshops on the miracles of pranayama and food therapy. So friends, if you have a group or if you're interested in a personalized workshop, you can get in touch with me. The duration of a workshop is 3 hours, and I take these workshops all across the world. So if you're interested in these workshops, you can also get in touch with me, and I'll be more than happy to help you guys. So friends, again I must tell you that my personal cell number is +919810178140, and my Skype address is Yoga Guru RAMNEEK WIG. Friends, you can definitely win over any ailment you're suffering from. Pranayama and food therapy can help you to win over any ailment. Friends, namaste, and that is RAMNEEK WIG signing off from Las Vegas, United States of America. Namaste.